Hi, I'm Naomi and me and my family moved from the UK to Japan in 2023. Thank you for joining us for our July vlog where I share everyday life in Japan. We headed off to Onishi in Fukuoka for another summer festival. If you see these paper ribbons hanging up which are called shire, it usually means there's a festival going on nearby. This area, which is called Onishi, Oni means demon and Ishi means stone. Getting a shaved ice at these festivals is my daughter's favourite thing, especially when she can have as much syrup as she wants.
Onishi 夏祭り実行委員会林忠夫実行委員長お願いいたします。皆さんこんにちは。
Festivals are all about the community coming together. Most of these people are volunteers. It was about 34 degrees and they were using so many products to keep them cool. One thing that I love about Japan, especially coming from the UK, is that no matter how drunk or hot people get, there's no fights or arguments. I'm not sure if this is a genetic thing where the Japanese people are just happy drunks or if it's a cultural thing. I think when you go to events like this in the UK, it's almost like you're just waiting for something to happen. Onishi is really mountainous, so once they pull the floats up the hill they have a little break. There are so many traditional style buildings in this area. I really hope these little businesses are just closed for the day because it's the festival, not closed down. Here's an old cigarette vending machine. I'm so intrigued as to what Onishi is like when there isn't a festival going on. This is the climax of the festival and it started at 7:40. You can see here how busy it is. I went home feeling so happy and positive about our move to Japan. I said to my husband, I can't believe this is our life now and that we don't have to get on an aeroplane and go back home. Me and my daughter found some summer festival themed toilet roll at Co-op. I think this is one of those occasions where I bought something for my daughter but secretly I wanted it as well. The toilet rolls have different designs on them including fireworks and drumming. Me and my daughter went to Costco again and we picked up some pain au chocolat. Because there were so many, we decided to share them with the neighbours. I do feel like every time we give something to the neighbours, they feel obliged to give us something back. So my husband and daughter came back with a flour, some potatoes, yakko and some Mickey Mouse biscuits. One of the neighbours didn't give us anything, but a few days later he popped over with these really posh chocolates. I think this was the first day this year that it hit 40 degrees. My husband's workshop hit 52 degrees and he really needed a nice coffee, so we went to Lawson. I also got a lemon natte de coco yogurt drink. They also had these fukubukuro, which I thought was a New Year thing, but they have them out now too. We finally got our decision in principle yesterday for our mortgage, didn't we?
Yeah, super excited. Exciting times, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're just celebrating with a drink from Lawson. You've got a mega...
I've got a mega coffee. It's absolutely mega actually. It's the largest coffee I can find at any convenience store. It seems that only Lawson do this size coffee.
And I have got the lemon natte de coco yogurt drink. When you have an air conditioning machine that you don't use for a while, you just have to be careful of these things that grow around it. You can see here that there's some weeds growing inside the unit, so it's better just to clear them out. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise this was so out of control. I'm also trying to tackle this part of the garden bit by bit, but it is 40 degrees, so it's a little bit tough at the moment. As part of our role in the community this year, we have to do some preparations for the weeding event on the weekend. When my husband did it before, they had some pickled plums, so we decided to buy some. We had no idea how many different types of pickled plums there were. I have never bought pickled plums. I've always had the ones homemade by my grandmother. Luckily, our neighbours are really helpful and they gave us some guidance. We found even more pickled plums in another aisle. We also had to buy 24 bottles of sports drinks. These products really help to cope with the hot weather when you're doing an activity. We bought these products and the neighbour said it was fine. We also bought a flask each, which will really help us get through the summer. I am still continuing to do the redecorating, but it's taking a long time. We went back to my family's hometown, which is Sakado in Saitama. There aren't really many restaurants around the station, so we ended up having lunch in Mr. Donut. As you can see, they don't just serve donuts, they also serve meals too. This is the cute little yurukara for Sakado and it's called Sakachi. My mum told me there's a really famous Tanabata Festival in a place called Ogawa in Saitama. We had to get on another train and the second train was so packed. I think a lot of the people were going to the festival. People on the train were wearing such pretty yukata. Although Saitama is closer to Tokyo, there's still lots of green areas. As soon as we arrived at Ogawa station, we could see that there was a Matsuri taking place. I really love these Tanabata decorations that are everywhere. When we were house hunting, we did actually view a house in this area. They even have a Michael Jackson Tanabata decoration. I think each Tanabata decoration is made by a different company. All the strands of paper on the bamboo should have a wish written on them. These Adidas ones look like they're made by a football team. And as usual, my daughter wanted her shaved ice and we also had an odango. It seems like even shops make their own Tanabata decorations. Here's the portable shrine and they also had My Neighbor Totoro displayed outside. We didn't plan this, but there happened to be a traditional paper making workshop. Apparently Ogawa town is famous for paper. The paper is made out of this plant here. Ready? You can see my daughter here having a go at making the paper and me and my husband also had a go.
水分を取ってきますので、
いいよ、いい感じや。
もうもっとゆっくり引っ張ってください。ちょっと待って。はい。
ああ、すごい。
They actually used a vacuum cleaner to draw out the moisture. While we were waiting for the paper to dry, my daughter had a go at making an uchiwa. She's so lucky to be able to experience these different things. If anyone is interested in the paper making workshop, please drop a comment as I have the company's contact details.
この1000両というのは今で言います1億円だそうでございますけれども、この1億円に値するという
I added a passmode card to my Apple Wallet when we first arrived in Japan, but I was unable to top it up. I tried my Japanese bank card and it finally works. I officially feel like a Japanese citizen. These okara donuts are made out of tofu. I don't think there is such a thing as a healthy donut, but maybe these are healthier than the usual ones. This week is the Obon Festival in Saitama. Last year I missed it because I didn't realise it was in July, as in Gunma it is in August. We light a candle inside the lantern, which is believed to guide ancestral spirits home. We have one lantern for each person who is no longer with us, and we have to try our best to make sure the candle doesn't go out. Although I do like going to Sakado, the mosquitoes there are horrendous. I didn't realise until I moved to Gunma that there are different types of mosquitoes. In Sakado you tend to get the black and white stripy ones, and in Gunma you tend to get the brown ones, and the bites don't seem as bad. Nevertheless, it was a very special Obon and I'm really glad that we went back. And we all had watermelon together afterwards. Because I bought a Guardian newspaper for our new British friend, she gave us a can of Heinz baked beans. I do think my daughter had these when she was a baby, but probably she can't remember them. Petrol pumps are a little bit tricky to use in Japan. This machine specifically says no debit cards, but I didn't realise, and I used my debit card and it worked fine. No matter how much petrol you buy, you will have the amount of 15,000 yen deducted from your account. If you're using a card from abroad, it can take up to a week to have the difference refunded. The first time I saw the 15,000 yen deducted, I did panic. If you are towards the end of your trip to Japan and you are a little bit broke, you're probably better off withdrawing some cash and paying that way. Although this can also be a little bit tricky because you need to go to a separate machine to get any change. The receipt will have a barcode on it and you go over to the change machine, scan the barcode and it will give you your change. We stopped off at 7-Eleven and tried out this new smoothie. It contained dragon fruit, so it came out a really bright pink colour. So here we are at the 4th summer festival this year. This is the first time that we've been to this festival in Ogo. Ogo is a town rather than a city, and it really does have a town-like feel. Here's a lovely portable shrine outside this shop. I think this is the smallest festival that we've been to so far. Usually they close off lots of roads, but this one they only closed off this one road and these floats just went up and down. Here we have Gunma-chan, and I'm not sure who the other character is. My daughter really enjoyed this performance. And whatever you think about Japanese people, they definitely have a good sense of humour. This reminded me of those crazy funny Japanese game shows. This Onishi is the highlight of the festival. We did almost miss the show because my daughter had nursery the next day and it was getting late. This is also the first festival that has asked for donations. And we ended the evening with a McDonald's. A little bit of an expat buy-to-let mortgage update for you. So they said you will need to get your ID certified. Certification will need to be done by the applicant's overseas bankers or a lawyer in their country of residence. My friend said you can use a notary if you can find one. So I have checked and it does say here, many notary offices in Japan do not have fluent English speaking staff. So I'm going to try and phone them up now anyway. Wish me luck. もしもし？はい。すいません。ちょっと、日本語あんまりできないですけど、今パースポートをサイン私本当にこの人ってサインできる人そこにいますか？いない
です。いませんが。
いないですか？
いないですよ。
どこで行ったらいいですか？
あなた様のお住まいはどちらですか？
日本です。
日本でしょうね。
はい。
都道府県は？
都道府県？
はい、都道府県。
都道府県。
ここはまあ日本国ではありますけど。外国はどちらの外国の方ですか？
イギリスです。
今イギリスからお電話くれてるんですか？
今日本に住んでて、イギリス。
日本のアドレスは？
藤岡です。
では高崎にあります。
じゃあ高崎の方に電話していい方がいいですか？
いいと思います。
はい、わかりました。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
Completely lost. So they've asked me to phone another office in Takasaki, but I don't know if it's just because we couldn't understand each other, because I think that one was a little bit closer. But anyway, I'll do that anyway. Oh, I hate making phone calls. I hate it. I think this time I'll just ask for an appointment.
はい、高崎交渉役場でございます。
もしもし、
はい、
私、イギリスから来て、今日本に住んでるけど、
はい、
今イギリスのローンのためにパスポート誰かサイン私がイギリスのローンの会社が、私のパスポート誰か私がその写真は本当に私とか、私の名前とかサインそこでできる人いますか？
デクラレーション、宣言書を作って、そこにお宅様にサインしてもらうことになります。本人に。
はいはい、それかもしれないです。すいません、ごめんなさい。
大丈夫ですかね。はい。
英語話せる人いますか？
いないですね。
はい、わかりました。
はい。
じゃあ予約してもいいですか？
予約お願いします。いつぐらいがご希望ですか？
は早めの方がいいです。次のはいつですか？
送るのはパスポートのコピーだけですか？
その
よろしくお願いいたします。
ありがとうございます。どうも。
はい、失礼します。
Okay, that wasn't so bad. We've got appointments, so all good. I'm trying to be sensible until we sort out our mortgage, but there's some things I can't resist. All the fruits in Japan look so delicious, but they are quite expensive. There is something quite special about eating local produce. I was really surprised to find out that there is a day that people eat eel. When you move to another country, you have to get used to a new diet. And it's not always easy to find things that you like. Sometimes you might even end up trying things by accident. During the 40 degrees heat wave, the air conditioning unit decided to pack up. We bought the units from K's and we are still under warranty, which is great. It seems like we had a gas leak, but it got fixed within an hour and a half. We always give the tradesman a little snack and a drink. Here I am on my way to Takasaki to get my ID certified. I left in plenty of time but still had a last minute panic because I assumed that they would have a car park. Luckily there was a car park nearby and I got to the appointment 5 minutes before. You can see here I was in such a rush that my car is the only car that wasn't reverse parked. When I saw this building I thought I was in the wrong place. It looks like a closed down shop. I was so relieved when I Google translated this and it said notary. I booked 2 separate appointments for me and my husband as one of us needs to always be near the nursery. But it just so happened she had a bit of a cold so we kept her home anyway. So I ended up going twice just to help with the translation and then we went to the cat cafe afterwards. At the moment you can vote for your favourite cat. I love going to the cat cafe with my daughter and my husband joined us this time for the first time. I have my certified ID here and this might be a really strange thing to say but it is so beautiful. Too many personal details. Look at that! The signature and the stamps are so nice. I've seen this a few times as well. They make little holes in the side of the paper so that people can't take pages out and put other ones in. I really hope that the mortgage company doesn't ask for a translation of this and hopefully this is the final document they ask for.